Hello. Now, let me tell you some secret tech that the doctors don't want you to know about. Now we're going to play an imagination game, and we're going to imagine that this calculator is a phone, okay? See? Phone. Phone. Okay. And so you pull up upon your cellular device and you go to the add contact page. And then you decide to either as you are departing or upon arriving, you can walk up to the individual and then you can go, hey, can I get your number? Doesn't matter who it is. This works on anybody, most of the time. And they'll be like, yeah, sure. And then they type it in, right? Because it gives them the autonomy to do the thing that you ask them to do, right? And so they do the thing, and then they go, and then you have their phone number, right? And that is my secret tech that doctors don't want you to know, because then you're going to be getting everyone's phone numbers. And it's very useful for creating points of contact that you can expand your social circle with or whatever. It also works well because if you're like about to depart from this individual, you can do a little quick little, hey, can I get your phone number? And then be like, no. Then you can just walk away and act like it never happened. And then for like your mentality, you can remember that like, okay, I want their phone number, but it's really awkward if I just go up there and ask them to give me this 10-digit code that I type into my cellular device and then go about my day. When you can get over that awkward pausing of like them trying to remember their phone number and you trying to type it in correctly, and instead you give the privilege to them. And even better, it gives them an out. They can still accept if they don't feel comfortable like saying no, and then they can just give you the wrong phone number, and then that's no sweat off their back. And so it really covers all the psychological ground of like what a person might do. Because some people might be like, nah, don't care. Some people might care a little, and then they'll give you the wrong number. Maybe spell their name wrong too, I don't know. Or 99% of the time, they just type in those 10 digits, and then boom, you have a way to contact that individual. And it's pretty nice since most people have phone numbers, because we're not working back in the 80s whenever phones were on the wall. Alongside that, it's also quite useful for group settings. It's not useful, okay? Because you could be quick on the draw, but that I guess bystander effect happens, and then people will be like, oh, someone else will give their phone number, and then eventually no one does. And so it only works well with like individual interactions. And now you can still do it in like a group, as long as you're just like, off to the side, and then, you're not making it the spotlight event. You can just go over to someone and be like, hey, real quick, could I get your phone number? And then, they got that whole psychological rule book that they can decide whatever they want. And so there's really like no bad outcomes. There's no like really awkward part of like, oh, no, and then you like, oh, okay. Instead, you can like distract your mind by then, like, going through your phone, getting it off the screen, slipping that bad boy in your pocket, and then going wherever you needed to go. So I think this is like an optimized route of conversation. Anyways, toodles.